All right, we have our structurally stable starport online. And so now we can actually spawn in the Hawk. Now, the Mark 1 Hawk is not what we're going to want. Let's see. Can we go ahead and do the Mark 3? Yeah. Let's see. Neodymium and Sathium is all we're going to need with that. All right, we are almost there. It's almost done with the carbon blocks, and then I'll be hitting those. So let's go ahead. I'm going to connect to this, pull the carbon blocks down to here. Iron. I need 140. Bam. 8 minutes, which is fine. Yeah, I'm not worried. How much longer do we have on this? 45 seconds. So a little bit about the Hawk. For those of you who don't know, didn't watch my other videos about my my ARV line, the Hawk is a scout. And the Hawk Mark 1 only has rear-facing thrusters and uses aerodynamic lift to fly, but is made of carbon composite. It has no steel in it, apart from those the devices require, but it is made from carbon composite. The Mark II and 3 do have thrusters in all directions. And actually, that was wrong. The Hawk has a forward and rear thrusters so that you can stop and land easier. But it uses aerodynamic lift to lift up. The Mark II and 3, 3_19. Okay. Let's get you up in this direction. So we'll just spawn you in right here. The Mark II and 3 have thrusters in all directions, so you can use a lift system. And it has the Mark III has a fuel tank here because it also has a warp drive. So the Mark III, I believe, is also made entirely out of hardened steel. So you'll notice that they added a downgrade to the multi-tool, which is nice because that means that you can upgrade and downgrade things, you know, as you want. But in any case, let's go ahead and grab some fuel. This is where it would come in handy for the let's see, do I have any on me? No. Where it would come in handy to be for the command center. Let's see. Can I connect to it now? Yes. Command center. Fuel storage. Okay. And now we can put some fuel in here. Let's connect to the barracks. No. It was still the command center. The command center has oxygen. I may put like a central repository that has that will hold fuel and oxygen specifically just for transferring to everything. That's primarily what the command center is supposed to be. I really ought to have put this a little like maybe on the other side over there, facing this direction, facing the interior, so that that it's closer to the command center, but it is what it is. So here we have the Hawk. Let's take that off, take that off. Now, the Hawk, let's go ahead and fill up the oxygen. The Hawk is your basic scout. It's got a let's auto group this so that goes into the thing. They also made it so that the extenders auto group to the core thing here, which is really nice. So under equipment, we've got an armor locker, we've got the detector and a wireless connection. All of my Hawk, Eagle, and Falcon line has an armor locker and an oxygen station as well as a constructor. The tier 1 Hawk does not have the constructor, but it does have the place to put it, and it does have the cargo box here. Now, the cargo container for the Hawk, Falcon, and Eagle is basically so that you can whatchamacallit, so that you can construct things to repair the ship and everything. But okay, now I might want to add an RCS to this. I don't know where I would do that though. If I level it out and get out here, I may just put an RCS like right down here in this location right here, because it's not that maneuverable, especially in the atmosphere. So let's see if I can get an RCS online for this. Does it have an RCS already? It may already have one. I believe, no, it already has 3. Wow. Which ought to be, yeah. So I'm not going to add any new RCSs. I'm just going to leave it as it is. I mean, it's not that bad, especially if I use the mouse or use just the keyboard. So, yeah, it's not terrible. But I do want to possibly get some more cargo boxes or something if I'm going to be doing looting in this. But let's go ahead. And now with the starport here, the landing pad here is basically for spawning things in and docking larger things. The Hawk, the Falcon, and Eagle, as well as other similar designs, are actually meant to be stored inside here. And so we can come back here and we can just store it right in here. Like so. And so when we're ready to go, we can just come out and exit the same way we came in. And so you can store 8 such vehicles on the interior down here. And it's, you know, it's a useful little storage area. But for now, we're going to actually go ahead and we're going to come out because the Mark I Hawk does not have lower thrusters. It will not be able to be stored inside here. But then again, it's also meant to be, you know, a really early game thing. So what we're going to do, we're going to come on over here and I'm going to exchange my armor. All right, we're going to come into here and I'm going to grab this. Okay, we're going to grab a little bit of food from the barracks. That ought to last a little bit. It says 18. I don't know if that's 18 minutes or what. But let's see. Can I make some longer lasting food? Not really. I need spice. Hamburgers will last a bit longer. So I'm going to see if I can do 2 hamburgers. I know I can do at least 1. And let's see. I've got some oxygen and fuel to take with me. I've got ammunition, which is good. So I think we're pretty good. What we're going to do right now, we're going to head over here and take a look at the Titan Front and see what it can do for us. Let me just get into here. And see, here's one. Is it making the second one? Yeah. And once we get and see what's over there at the Titan, we will decide on how to begin looting it. Right now, it's just an exploration thing. And then after I take a quick look at that, I might go exploring around this area that we haven't seen yet and try to uncover the entire map see what we can utilize. Come on. There you go. All right. So let's go on and head out over this way. And take a look at this crashed Titan. So, for those of you wondering, the Hawk does not have any weapons on it. The Falcon and Eagle do. Let's see if I can park better, like here. The Falcon. Wow, it actually docked. I'm guessing it counts this as part of the Titan. The Falcon and Eagle have weapons on it, and they are combat things, whereas this is simply a scout. Yeah, we got a good amount of loot over here. It's got beds. This looks like, it says this is the forward area, so I'm guessing that means this is the bunks area during Xerax territory. Interesting. I love the new design. For those of you who don't know, you can actually explore an intact MS Titan with the new design in creative mode if you start in space. And, okay. If you start in space in the temperate orbit playfield, you can explore an intact version of the MS Titan. And it's really, really cool. It looks like this is where the warp drive would have been. Just based on the size and what have you. Now, the MS Titan is primarily part of the storyline, but it is a good structure to loot. Let's see what it's... destroyed steel. It's got some hardened steel. It does have a core, and you'll have to take that out before you can actually start looting the stuff off of it, like the thrusters over there, you see. But I'll have to locate the core on this thing. Like, we've got more bunks over here. What are these, officers' quarters? No, it's just like extra bunks. They make good use of all the new block shapes. What is that? That's a pulse rifle. Hold on, I'm taking that. That's a tier 1 pulse rifle. That's much better than my existing assault rifle. So yeah, okay. But yeah, they utilize all the new block shapes on these new POIs. Let's take a good aerial look at this and see what we've got. They've got a few thrusters, I guess. But there's actually not a whole lot. Just like the other Titan, the front part really... Ow! The front part doesn't really have much to offer in the way of looting and such. The real loot-worthy ones are the back and the mid, particularly the mid, but the back section as well has a lot of big thrusters. Uh-oh. I hear an alien insect thing. Where are you, alien insect thing? I see you. You did it to yourself. Okay. I do love the way that they utilize the wreckage and the dirt blocks. This was a really well designed POI. Okay, so I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up bringing. Actually, let's see. If I connect to this. Okay. Let's see what I can loot. I can't. Oh, I can. Because it has a core, but it has no owner. That's why I can loot the blocks. I was wondering about that. Now the older versions of these actually have some good. Ooh, there's some oxygen. Have some good. What do you call them? Loot blocks, the loot crates in them. Like this! Nice. Projectile pistol tier 2. I don't really use projectile pistols, but... Okay. Let's see if there's... Okay, looks like that's all for that. Here we are. I don't know where this is or what this is, but got some pretty good loot opportunities here. Let's see. I don't know if there's any more. Yeah, that's nice. Give us the devices. Now, is there... No, there's not another thruster over on this side. If I could find the core, I could take it out and replace it with my own if I wanted, but I don't think that's really what I want. Ooh, let's check over here. In these things here. See if there's any loot crates in here. We've got loot here. We're getting some good loot from this. Those are really useful. I don't think there's any more alien loot crates. At least none that I am aware of. Let's check in here. Already got that one. I just grabbed the ones in there. Let's check along here. Yeah, this is where I came in originally. So let's grab what we've got from here. This will set up our constructor really well. Okay. Did I loot? I know there is or was a box over here. I think I got it already. Let's see. What about the ones over here? Did I loot that? No. All right, I'm going to take off all the ones that I've looted so that I will not be so that I won't have to wonder if I've looted the box or not, I'll just go ahead and... Oh, there's a fridge. Just going to go ahead and take off all these. Okay, let's see. What do we have up here? Got a little bit of food. Okay. I don't think I've been up here. So, okay. Looks like this was a bathroom. Okay, I think I came the other direction, this way over to here. Let's see what's the other side over here. Yeah, I've been over here. Okay, so I still think it's hilarious that this is literally halfway between Xerax territory and not. Like, it's halfway in the Xerax territory. Let's take a quick look, see if there's any more thrusters that I can get, because that would be a real good bonus. It's likely that they made them a lot rarer on these, so that may have been the only one that I got. But you never know. And for all we know, this could actually lead down to like a dungeon under the ground that, I don't know. But let's just see. All right, so that one was there, connected to this. I think there's a good chance that that was the only thruster on this device, this POI. Which I wouldn't blame them if it was, because, you know, getting those as loot is actually really alien blocks on the Titan. That's something I did not expect. I'm guessing that was a large thruster that is now defunct. Yeah, I totally did not expect alien blocks on this thing. That's a good surprise. What about all these? These are all alien blocks. Oh, because the warp drive was an alien warp drive. Interesting. They actually went with the lore and utilized alien blocks because the warp drive was an alien warp drive. That's pretty cool. Whoa! Hey, give me that. Don't you go breaking things. I'm not gonna grab all the alien blocks and everything. I just wanted to grab. Come on. There we go. I just wanted to grab some of them, but yeah, this is quite interesting. The new design of the Titan. Did I come up this way? I think I did. Yeah, that's where this thruster was. I think there was a thruster there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some looking at the newly redesigned Titan, like the full Titan, and I might end up doing that on stream just to show it off. But yeah, I really like the new design and what they've done with a lot of it. I didn't really think I would because I'm used to the old one, but no, it's a really good design. But in any case, I do believe that's everything that there is to loot. I'm not positive, and I can't find a core on it. So I'm going to probably have to do a little bit of looking and exploring. It's possible that it's buried underneath some of this dirt and such. In fact, it's probable that it is. But in any case, let's head back to the Hawk over here. Okay. And, yeah, that is... There we go. Whoa. I was having trouble getting up because I am so weighed down with stuff. That's interesting. But let's head back to the command center. Because we've got 1.5 tons of stuff because of these, and that. Especially, see, that's 1.5 tons in and of itself. Hold on. Yeah, 11.5 tons of stuff. So, let's, if it weren't for the aerodynamic lift system that this thing utilizes, I wouldn't have been able to fly back properly. So, all right, let's go ahead. We'll land in here. Let's activate docking mode. And we can back up into here. And back into one of these. And there we go. Back up and down. Okay. So now, since there is a whatchamacallit, a Wi-Fi on the Hawk, I can just go ahead and command center and transfer the stuff over. Let's hold off on that. Mechanical components, cobalt alloy. We don't need to go looking for cobalt for a while. This, actually, yeah, we'll go ahead and just do all this. And now I can switch this to, let's see, command center extra storage. Where is it? Command center extra 2. And we'll put this, and this in here. And we'll go ahead and put that in there, even though we don't need it. We can transfer this to my inventory. And then let's look at the barracks closet and put all those in there as backups and such. My inventory can take these. Oh, force fields. Yeah, no. That is definitely nice. Command center, extras. Put this down here. Those force fields take a lot of resources. But we can disconnect from the Hawk now. Let's head over to the command center. And we should be able to go ahead and upgrade the... upgrade this now. Let's see if I take this, that won't be quite enough. We need 3 more, but we can make them now because we have the cobalt ingots. Let me go ahead and reorganize this. Cobalt, that's where we need to put copper ingots. Whoa! Turrets and weapons online. Come on, shoot it. Took you long enough. Sheesh. I think all the turrets were reloading, which is why it took so long. Okay. Deactivate turrets and weapons. And then once you're done with those, deactivate you. So we should be good until morning. So now, upgrade. Pa-ching! Nice. So we've got an upgraded advanced constructor now. And all right, so these are the matrices and stuff. Look at that. It requires gold. I love it. They finally made something that requires gold apart from boosters. So yeah, no, that I love that they make you require gold for something. And the large ones require the small ones. The small ones only require silicone. No, only require cobalt. Requires a lot of computers for the optronic matrix. But they require the small one for the large one. It requires a lot of gold. So you can make them. You just have to gather the gold resource, which I don't have nearly enough. Which is fine. I mean, I'm probably going to end up looting things and such. Let's go ahead and swap back for my light armor here. So yeah, we've done some pretty cool things in this. We've got our Hawk Scout, which I might utilize to go to the moon in the next few episodes. Let's just go ahead and put these back in there. I'm going to hold off on eating those for a while. But yeah, now this is completely solar powered and we shouldn't need any more fuel for it ever. This one, we might need some fuel occasionally if we're utilizing a bunch of construction and stuff. But in the meantime, you know, it's going to become day quicker than it'll run out of solar power unless we sleep. If we sleep, it will run out quicker than yeah, it's weird. But in any case, let's see. We've got a lot of good stuff here now. Gold is going to be our next major thing if we need to upgrade the optronic relays. But in our ARV line of stuff, I don't really think anything that we're going to spawn in anytime soon is going to need them. That would need the large optronic bridges, the command base. But everything else, I mean, even the tier 1 command base doesn't require the large optronic bridges. That's a tier 3, so yeah, it requires 4 large optronic bridges because each of the capital vessel, each of these requires 2 each and requires 2 of those. The largest one, the Titan, is going to require optronic bridges and optronic matrices because it is it's the largest, the highest tier you'll need, and it utilizes 4 of these, which requires large optronic matrices, which require the optronic bridges. I think these 4 of those. I don't think I have any of those on it. I think I just have all 4 of those on it. So, but 4 of those is 4. Well, but that also requires an extender tier 3, which requires yeah, that's why. So, in any case, yeah, the CPU tiers are difficult to get a hold of, especially if you don't find the bridges and matrices. But in any case, I think we've done quite enough for this session. Just to recap, we disassembled our old SOV bay that was over there. We built the starport. We built a Hawk. We flew over to the Titan. We gathered stuff off the Titan. We upgraded our constructor to an advanced constructor. We put down additional solar power for both the command center and the barracks. We've done a good amount. So we've expanded our base. We've expanded our fleet. We got an SV online. We did some exploring. We've extended our power issues, or almost eliminated our power issues. Yeah. I think next episode, I'm going to take the Hawk out and do a bit of exploring in the Hawk. The next major structure we're going to be building towards, I think, is going to be the hydroponics bay. Probably the tier 1 hydroponics bay, though. So we've got the cobalt ingots. We've got everything we need. The grow plots are going to be the interesting thing to get a hold of. And we're probably going to end up putting that. We might put that over here where I had considered putting the starport. Or we might put it back here in the back, because we're not going to need it as much, but we do want it to be in range of the barracks. So I'm thinking we're going to put it back here. This is a relatively flat space anyway, so I think we're going to put the hydroponics bay back behind the barracks. But once we get the hydroponics bay online, we're going to actually start working towards a tier 1 foundry. We could probably do a tier 2 foundry. Zescosium and Erestrum. What do we need? What do we have Zescosium and Erestrum wise? Not a terrible lot. We would have to do a decent amount of golem hunting for this. So I'm thinking we'll just go for a tier 1. The difference between the tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 foundry is just the repair bay. Tier 1 doesn't have one. Tier 2 has a level 1 repair bay, and tier 3 has a level 2 repair bay. But in any case, that's going to be it for this session. I hope everybody enjoyed these episodes. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you want to see more Empyrion Galactic Survival, go ahead and subscribe. I'm KnowItAllDM, and as always, y'all have a good day now.